What does it mean to be a man? If you're sick of the mixed messages the world is sending us as we try to understand that, then this video is for you. When I went on my journey to understand what being a man meant for me, I got sick of it too. I did some real deep personal work and I learned some things. I am a transformed man and I want to share things that help me transform. So if you stay through to the end of this video, I'm going to pick 6 things that I've learned that I think are going to make a big difference for you. So in this video, I want to start off by saying there's one really important principle. I really want to sink this home with you. You may, just like I did, go through lots of YouTube videos and read books. Whatever the case is, when you're trying to understand what does manhood mean for me, that's the key. You are the only one that matters in this equation. What I have to say, what other people have to say, they're all coming from a different walk of life. I want you to first and foremost really understand, honor yourself while you're hearing what I have to say, and ask yourself, what does this mean to me? How can I personalize this? How can I make this my own? The process of manhood is to own who you are. Let's get on with the 6 things that I want to share with you. Number 1, the days of the lone wolf are over. You need to find a brotherhood. You need to find a community of men who are taking their life seriously just as you want to. Let me stress this really, really highly. This is one of the first places that I share with anyone, whether we're coaching or I'm helping them or just friends that are looking for their answers. You need to find a community of men where you can be held accountable, where you can do work together, where you have a shared interest and a genuine purpose moving forward to be the best men that you can be. You give each other a support, an opportunity to speak what's true, an opportunity to be vulnerable and not have to pay for it, an opportunity to understand, share, and even process your emotions. Now, this may sound like crazy talk, but listen, man, I have been doing men's work for the better part of 12 years now. I am a part of a community that has been fundamental in my ability to transform into the man I am today. Number 2, who you are matters a lot more than what you do. This is one of the biggest issues that I see men run into. Like I said, I've been doing men's work and I've had a chance to sit in circle with men for the better part of 12 years. I have met men that are self-made millionaires, everyday dads, amazing men that just do their job and take care of their families. I've seen men that used to be addicted or abusers, all sorts of different walks of life. And one of the common things that hurts all of us, we measure our value by our results and not who we are. There's a lot of reasons why men get into this position. Society teaches us that we're more or less disposable, or that unless we're producing or we're taking care of or protecting or doing something, then what good are we? You have a lot more to offer the world. And I want to offer you an opportunity to just question that voice. What do I have to show for my value? Look in the mirror. That's who matters. That's the value. Take this one to heart. Trade your trophy case for a mirror, a really good mirror, one that you can look in honestly. You want to find change in your life? Understand your value comes from who you are as an awesome human being that this world needs, not because of what you can do, but because of who you are. If this one rings a bell with you, take the time to really look into this. Look at more resources, read some books, talk to some people, and really take this to heart. Oh, and before we get to number 3, Andrea has something she wants to share with you.
Can you do us a quick favor? Hit that like button, then subscribe to our channel. It helps us get this message out to the men who are actually looking for it. We seriously appreciate you.
Number 3, take some action, man. Action that matters. Take intentional, thoughtful, meaningful action that moves you in the direction of the life you want, not the patterns that you have. You want to find out what patterns you have in your life. Just spend one day looking at what you do or what you don't do, and then look at the gap in between. Like, I would like to do this, but this is what I do instead. Pick one thing that matters to you today and take one simple, actionable step towards it. Manhood is moving energy forward. One of the reasons why men stagnate so much is because they're not taking action. They don't really know what their purpose is. They're having a hard time finding what their place in this world is. And with all the confusing messages we get, it's no wonder. But I invite you, take one action towards one goal that you want for your life. Whether it's making a decision, writing something down, leaving your place of residence, wherever it is, an apartment, a house, a castle, a dungeon, whatever it is, get out of your cage and go do something that way. Move your energy forward towards a goal. Your physical and your emotional health matter. They're the source of everything. If you don't feel well, how are you going to do anything with your life that you really want to do? How are you going to move forward? How are you going to build a future for yourself if in the present you're not feeling well? Now, there's a lot of reasons for that, and I'm not saying that all of it's your fault, but as you hear this, it is now your responsibility 100%. You know what happens to animals when they get neutered? They get chubby, they lay around and they nap and they eat. Life has a way of doing that to men, especially in this day and age. If you don't know what your purpose is, if you're not feeling like there is a compelling future to move towards, you get neutered and you don't take care of yourself. Your grooming, your feelings, your clothing, your attire, where you live. Does your couch crunch when you sit on it? I know these are all a lot of stereotypes, but honestly, man, how many of us need to take our weight seriously? Look, I'm not talking out of my ass on this one. Let me be vulnerable with you. Here's a picture. This was just a couple of years difference. If you're asking, well, how'd you do it? Was there a secret diet? Super plan? Did you get on it pills from Joe Rogan? No. Let me tell you how that was possible. As I said earlier in the beginning of this video, I got tired of being a different man. I started to take my growth as a man very seriously. And for all of us, it happens at different times in our life. And for me, it was in my early 40s. I started to really take my diet, my health, where I was spending my energy, where I was focusing my thoughts. I took all of that very seriously. Then I started to do men's work. And as I said in number one, I found a community. I was able to be vulnerable, look at how I feel, and deal with my shit on a very serious level. I made enough transformation in my life so that when in November of 2019, Andrea and I had our first date at a Denny's, I was able to align with someone as amazing as her, and she could align with me, and we've been together ever since. You know the difference between those two photos? I'm happy. I like who I am. I traded in my trophy case for a mirror. I did all the things that I'm telling you to do. And I like that man. I love that dude. He's working hard and he's earned everything he has in his life now. And it wasn't just a snap, it took time. But that's the difference between those photos. Now let's talk about mental health. I wrote down some statistics. Loneliness. 3% of men reported themselves as lonely in 1990. In 2025, do you know what the percentage of lonely men are? 15%. That's why, for me, number one is so important. Let's talk about depression. The Institutes of Men's Mental Health say that 4 to 5% of men annually report depression. That's roughly 6 million men every year that say they struggle with depression. That sucks. And finally, the worst one, suicide. I don't know about you, man, but I've lost a lot of friends to this. There's people in this world I wish were still here, and I had no idea that they were going through it. That's how sneaky this shit is. So take it seriously, man. The CDC says that 75 to 80% of all suicides are men. That's roughly about 39,000 men per year as of 2023. That basically in 2025, the statistic is that every 22 men out of 100,000 take themselves out of the game. There are so many ways for you to handle how you feel, to take your emotions, to honor them, to respect them, to listen to them, to not have to run from the pain that you feel, to not just sit and be confused. I want you to be able to experience the joy of a compelling future, to be able to go, God, is that all I had to do to get some of this shit out? There's men who are willing to listen to you and to help you. I can tell you there's hundreds of thousands of men around the world that take how you feel seriously. They're not going to tell you to get the tissues out of your purse and pull up your bootstraps and all that shit. It's not going to happen. It's it's too important. And I really want you and your family and your friends and your kids or whoever you have in your life that matter to you to hear this, that you're going to take this part of your life seriously. Number 5, integrity. Holy shit, this is important. I'm not going to be the first man to tell you that your word means everything, but God damn it, your word means everything. Let me just give you a different take on this that maybe you've heard before. The agreements we make with ourselves, especially, they matter almost more than anything, because everything I've shared with you in this video, if you don't have the integrity to see it through, even on the smallest level, then what good was it? If integrity hasn't been an ongoing practice in your life, it's okay. And if you're going to make the shift to become a man of integrity, you're going to discover that it takes time to make the shift. There's going to be times where your integrity gets challenged. The patterns that you have, the beliefs you have, everything that makes you who you are. As soon as you want to make a major shift in your philosophy, your approach to life, it's all going to step up and go, okay, what do we do with that? And you're going to have to work through that. I would rather be a friend to a man that is willing to go through the journey to find their integrity and be able to say, oops, or I screwed up, or how could I do better, or I really bombed, or I'm really struggling, with the goal to be the man of integrity. I would rather have that as a friend than somebody who doesn't. Let's just put it that way. Your word is everything. Make your word mean something. Number 5 is integrity, and I can't stress it enough. And number 6, this is where it all kind of came together for me, because this was challenging for me. Radical self-ownership. Own your life. Own your journey. Own your past. Own your future. And especially own right the fuck now. In my men's work, we call it own your shit. And you know what matters more than anything is what are you going to do about it now? Everything within you, from the little child that you were that experienced things that may have been traumatic, been painful, been difficult, things that are still dogging you to this day. You didn't deserve what happened to you, okay? And neither did I. Radical self-ownership is where you make the turn, where you say 100 for fucking cent of my life is now in my hands. That's the only way that I've been able to change. If I don't like something about my life, then there's probably something I need to learn. If other people are irritating me, then maybe I haven't learned how to set boundaries. I own that. I can complain about the way I was treated in the 70s, or I can do something about it right now in 2025. In fact, I want to give you some tools, literally right now. If you would like to take some action in self-ownership today, the first link in the description is going to take you to an archive. Andrea and I have been lovingly creating enormously useful materials. We've tried to take very deep topics and turn them into very easy, digestible, simple bullet points. The whole archive is there for you for free. Just sign up and get it. The 6 things I've shared with you are fundamental to the transformation I've had in my life. I'm not sharing them with you because I Googled it or I had Grok write them up for me. These are from my own life. If you have questions, if you would like to ask more information on any of this, if you'd like to share how this landed on you, whatever it is, I would love to engage with you in the comments. Andrea and I live for this stuff, and we want to help you have the best life you can ever have. And so please, if this has meant something to you, share it. Let other men know, and we will see you in the next video.